I don't know what I'm doing. Hi guys, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. I am Milk and this is Milk Astrology, and today we are going to be doing another eclipse tarot video. This time it's going to be the eclipse week. So it's going to be your weekly tarot predictions, but it's also going to be covering eclipse week. If you want to see your eclipse horoscopes or have free information, it's on Twitter. If you want the paid information and access extremely cheap readings with me, it's on Patreon. Fixed signs. I have some cleansing spray for my tarot decks, cleansing the energy. This reading is for let's do fixed signs first, because fixed signs are main characters for this week, because eclipse season is hitting if you're a fixed rising sign, it's hitting your angles. So let's go ahead and do rising signs. Fixed rising signs: Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius. Fixed signs, you guys have a lot of change this week, and some of it is very overwhelming. You need to check on your fixed sign friends. You need to check on your health. You need to go to your doctor's checkups if you haven't already, but you also need to be more mindful of like mental health and like where you feel you're overexerting your energy, because if you're not careful, you could really just be draining yourself this week. I have a lot of themes also popping up of like endings, so I don't know if the eclipse, granted I feel like the solar eclipse is going to be a lot more chill, but that's on TikTok. I posted about that on TikTok. But I do feel like this is about you figuring out that something you were invested in, or that you worked for, or that you invested time in. I wouldn't say it feels wasted, but I do think that you're realizing that it's not something you want anymore. And I think that's a little bit difficult for you to wrap your head around, because when you have your mindset on something, you're stubborn, you will not give up. And I think it's hard for you to admit that you have to walk away from like a career. I'm feeling career, but it could be relationship. I still feel like it's career. But I do feel like there's a focus around being disappointed that you got somewhere, but it's not exactly what you wanted. Honestly, apart from just like job ailments and being stressed out in general, I want more information about you. I think what's putting you off the most this week about if this is work related, because I do feel like it's you pulling back from an investment that you put energy and time into, and now you're kind of like, oh, I don't want that, or I'm not that invested in this, or I'm not happy with this that you're around. I feel like you're mainly just like fed up with certain people that you have to work with, or certain people that you have to be around. I think you're just tired of being the bigger person. I feel like this week is like you've been taking the high road, and I think I said this in the last week's reading. I really hope I didn't say this for you guys, because I'll be embarrassed if I'm that repetitive, but it feels like the guy's finishing last. I feel like the energy is people are too critical and too negative, and it's making you too critical and too negative, and I feel like you're just not as happy as you could be. I also feel like I have the Magician reversed. I feel like you're just really down on your luck. It's kind of like, well, also I have Six of Wands reversed, so when I think of Six of Wands reversed, you know that's my cancel culture card, which I should probably like not say that when describing a tarot card, but that's how my brain works. So I feel like it's like people questioning you, people being interrogative, people essentially canceling you, or just feeling like your back is against the wall. I have the Hermit, I have Ten of Swords. I feel like you're just kind of like, you know what, I'm fed up, I'm done. Wait, I have a puppy that wants to come into my room. You got negative feedback about a situation, or I think just maybe someone's like being crabby, and it's just exhausting for you. I think you're like in that movie moment where you've been trying so hard to do, you know, X, Y, and Z for someone or for a situation, or you've been working tirelessly on something, and then I think you just like have that like last straw where someone's just like rotten to you, and I think you're just like, you know what, this is not worth my time and energy. And that's gonna be like what shifts this week for you. It's kind of like you pulling back from something that you really previously were invested in, you maybe really wanted for yourself, and I think that now you're just kind of like, this is not for me. It sounded good, but it's not for me. And I think that's really difficult for you, because again, fixed signs, like when you want something, and nothing will stop you from getting what it is that you want. Let me pull another spread and see what comes out. I'm going to put all of these back into the deck, because I like when cards repeat themselves. It helps me realize like what is being overly emphasized by spirit guides. So let's see, what else do we have for you Whoa, okay, not all of the deck falling out. Let's try that again. I don't know why, but every time I talk so fast, I like can't breathe, which is, you know, fun and fresh and fun. Spirit's really just saying like, you need to not be around people. You need to just relax, focus on yourself. This week is very emotionally charged for you. So ironically enough, in the last spread, I got the star reversed, which is like, check on your health, make sure that you're Pancake wanted to say hi. Make sure that you're prioritizing your health, but then when it's upright, it's kind of like dreams coming true, wishes being granted. So I think like the beginning of the week starts, you're feeling drained, you're feeling depleted because you're putting so much focus and attention and energy onto circumstances that you're invested in, that you feel obligated to or tied down to. I do think this is like career based, but the more that the spread kind of plays out, I do have 2 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. I feel like it could be just like your direct environment and people are funky, but like you really believed in a certain situation or really wanted it, and then I think when like you see that it's not as pretty as you thought it would be, it's not as kind or positive, or just like it's not as fulfilling as you thought it was going to be, I think that you begin to kind of recede back into yourself a little bit and recharge, which is so incredibly important for my fixed signs, because I feel like as much as you guys really want to go full throttle and go after things with like all of your attention and focus, you get burnt out easily. You just don't like to admit it. So I definitely feel like when you're able to kind of pull back into yourself and like stop being so quick to try to cater to everyone around you, or when you're trying to give people around you as much of yourself and energy as possible, I feel like when you're able to just kind of be like, you know what, this is good, I'm good, this is not for me. And I think when you start putting energy back into yourself by the middle to end of the week, things that you were actually really wanting and excited about that you realized weren't going to happen for you the way that you needed them to at the beginning of the week, I think they start happening for you. So maybe it's even just like your friends need a reality check. Maybe it's you needing a reality check. Maybe it's just like people around you are miscommunicating information to you. Maybe you're the one that needs kind of like a wake-up call with something, and I think like you're able to kind of see a different perspective, or even like rectify a misunderstanding with someone towards the end of the week. And I think that's going to be very beneficial for you, because a lot of what's been kind of stressing you out is just not being able to understand where people around you are coming from, but also like I think people around you are not really getting what's going on with you. You're going through your own stuff, you have eclipses on your angles, there's a lot happening. I think that's all I want to say for you guys. I'm pretty sure that's all I want to say for you guys, but I could just pull like one more little spread. 4 of Swords reversed, 9 of Wands, 3 of Cups. Honestly, I feel like you're just very defensive, and maybe like you're so overworked that you're putting so much energy into other people or things around you, and that's why you're being kind of crabby to like your loved ones or the people that you really connect with. But I think that like being able to redirect your energy, or kind of have a wake-up call with certain people, maybe like someone calls you out on your bad behavior or your bad mood, and they're kind of like, hey, you know, if you're miserable or you're still miserable at your job or studying for this degree, or you know, in these relationships that you actively choose to be around, maybe you shouldn't do that. Yeah, I feel like it's like maybe you have a friend tell you your energy has been funky lately, or that maybe you've just been acting like a bitch because you are stressed out with your job, or you're stressed out with your family, or just something around you being overcommitted and putting all of your energy in one specific area where it's leaving you feeling drained or fatigued. This is Groot. And he was Wendell's best friend. But when Wendell passed away, he was really sad. And he's mad at me because I got 2 puppies. You need kind of a reality check. And I think at the end of the week, things are going to look up for you. Things are going to get a lot easier for you. But the beginning, middle of the week is just, it kind of just feels like a shit show. It feels like one thing after another. You're just kind of like, what the hell? Sometimes you need a reality check. Sometimes you need to be humbled. You can be so focused on always being right, and it might not always be the best for you. If you liked this, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. I'm self-conscious about my arms, but I am also hot, so we are showing. Okay, so this reading is for my cardinal signs: Capricorn, Aries, Cancer, or Libra. For this specific reading, because of eclipse season, apply your rising sign, but you can also interchange with your moon sign, because I usually go by moon sign anyways. I'll be honest, when I look at this spread, I'm bored. Which, like, sometimes you need a boring week, you know? Sometimes you need a peaceful, chill, boring week. However, I do think that there are some themes around nostalgia popping up for you, emotional baggage popping up for you. I feel like maybe you've been missing someone, or maybe you've been thinking about something from your past, or just wondering why certain things are ending up in certain ways. I just feel like you're like in a very, I don't want to say emotional headspace, but I feel like you're just very like reminiscent, if that makes sense, or just very vulnerable, but not necessarily emotionally charged. It's just like things are popping up for you and you're just having these like random occurrences. I also feel like this week is about you needing to stop comparing yourself to other people. I feel like I have 9 of Pentacles, I have 4 of Cups, I also have the Moon reversed, 4 of Wands reversed, and the High Priestess reversed. So I see this as like, I feel like maybe you had a birthday recently, or maybe you had I don't know, some kind of milestone or life change, and maybe it's not even in you, maybe other people around you are like having some big news to post on Facebook, or it's just kind of like you're watching life happen around you, and I feel like it's making you happen. It's kind of like, why am I not in this specific place? Why is this person more successful than I am? Why is this person better looking than I am? Just like kind of a whiny week, kind of a what was me week. But I also just feel like you're being too hard on yourself. There's a lot of themes around being so focused on why you are lacking and being so focused on why other people appear like they have more. This is a very dangerous headspace because the grass is always going to be greener on the other side. But it's also like you can't always compare other people to you and your experiences and your journey and your background, because they're not going in the same place that you're going. They're not going down the same road that you are. They might sometimes look like they have things better, they might have more going in this moment, but that doesn't mean that they're gonna have the exact goals and aspirations that achieved that you want for yourself. And I think it's important to sometimes take a step back and stop, excuse my very violent analogy, take this with a grain of salt. You have to stop holding the knife to your throat. You gotta like lay off a little bit, because I think you're so focused on trying to be competitive, and those people might not even be competing with you. It could be genuinely happy for you, genuinely excited for you. They could be thinking you're the most beautiful person and successful person in the room, and you're sitting there kind of just like putting yourself down and elevating everyone and anyone around you. And I just feel like very emotional week, very vulnerable week. I don't think it's emotional like you're whiny or like you're all over the place. I just feel like you're just holding a lot in, and I feel like there is some baggage you need to unpack, because you're self-sabotaging and projecting your own BS onto other people, when it really, you and this other person have completely different paths, completely different expectations in life, completely different goals. Someone else being happy or successful around you does not take anything away from you. And I think it's very normal to feel scared sometimes. It's very normal to like look around and be like, oh my god, I'm doing everything the wrong way. That's so normal, but you have to be easier on yourself. Okay, so let me pull my card because I want to. Fell out, we're doing great. 9 of Pentacles keeps getting reiterated to me, so I think like as much as you're feeling like your life is at a standstill, or like you feel like your life is put on pause, I do feel like you're getting all these opportunities, and I think that's the part that like makes me want to like lovingly shake your shoulders and tell you to wake up, because it's like you're in this headspace where you're so blinded by measuring success based on comparing yourself to everyone around you. Meanwhile, people are handing you these opportunities. You're getting this attention, you're getting this success, but it's like if you don't see it and acknowledge it, it doesn't matter. You could have all the money in the world, and if you don't feel, I don't know, if you don't feel emotionally fulfilled, it doesn't matter. I feel like it's kind of just a week to go back to your roots and think about, like, even if it's so cheesy and gimmicky, I think you need to just make a list of things that you're thankful for and that you're grateful for and that you're happy for, because I think you're so in this mindset of I need to work harder, I need to do more, I need to do this, I need to do that like anything that is coming your way, it's just, it doesn't mean anything. It's not good enough, and that's going to be a slippery slope, because then eventually whatever success that you gain, whatever achievement that you accomplish, it's not going to be good. I get mental health. It's not like it's easy to just turn on a light and snap your fingers and not feel sad sometimes, but I do think it's important to not overwhelm yourself with feeling like you are missing something, when really you have a lot more than I think you realize in this moment, and there's a lot more coming to you, especially this week. I feel like you actually get good news this week, but if you don't change your mindset of just like refusing to see anything unless it's criticism, don't judge me, but I watched the Kardashians, the new one on Hulu, because I'm bored. There's nothing out online anywhere. I'm sick of TikTok sometimes. Don't judge me. There's literally nothing else to watch, and also they're literally the only like Middle Eastern religion I have, unfortunately, and I don't have any other. Anyways, so long story short, Chloe was like feeling bad about herself and talking about like how scary the internet is, and her mom was like, Chloe, like, so you could get 2,000 people complimenting you and it's just one person that's criticizing you, that's all you're gonna think about. All that's kind of, I think you're psyching yourself out this week, and I don't necessarily feel like it's entirely honest. I think the things that you're telling yourself or the perception that you're seeing is not entirely truthful. because you're in this like very cryptic mindset, and I think you're trying to protect yourself or safeguard yourself from bad stuff happening by like being numb to it. But by blocking all of that, you're also like blocking anything that's like positive and working out in your favor. And I know I probably sound so annoying with this advice, but like I'm telling you this because I love you. I want the best for you. You have to decompress this week. You have to. I feel like my image of you guys right now is just like sitting here going like this, like you just feel like you're psyching yourself out. Yeah, take some CBD. I love you. I want the best for you. Maybe avoid watching horror movies if you can. Like, you just need to relax. You need to do something that's like cheerful or like calming, something that's not like making you anxious. But yeah, I love you guys. If you like this, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and subscribe to my Patreon, please. It puts food in my mouth. It's $10 readings each month. I give you guys like one-on-one readings with me, or book a live reading with me, and I will see you in my next video. Hello, this is for my mutable signs. This week I would like you to apply your rising sign. However, you can always change it out, put your moon sign there. I know I'm always drilling you guys to like apply your moon signs. So yeah, let me pull the cards for you. Okay, I'm not gonna sugarcoat things. Someone's exiting your life. Something's exiting your life this week. It's gonna be annoying or difficult at times because you've put a lot of investment and energy into this thing and it's just leaving. And I think you're emotionally, I don't want to say distraught because it's so dramatic, but I feel like you're just like, what the fuck? It's eclipse season, honey. Let it happen. Let it leave. It's probably, even if it doesn't feel this way in this moment, it's probably for your benefit to let things go this week. If someone is not matching your energy, if someone's not texting you back, if someone's not calling you back, if someone just is like giving you less than what you're giving them, let them go. Let them leave. Stop trying to... This girl that I love on YouTube and TikTok, Gabriella Francesca, her TikTok is official Gabriella Francesca. She made this TikTok that I watched last night, and she said, why do we audition for love? Like, if someone doesn't give us the love we deserve, why do we start trying to audition and bargain and like beg them for love, or like do more to get them to give us what we deserve instead of just like going elsewhere? I'm paraphrasing, that's the gist of what she said, but I feel like you gotta stop begging people who don't want to give you what you want or what you need from them. And you also have to stop making excuses. Now, you are a mutual sign bestie, so I know that like too much attention, too much affection, too much of anything is like very deterring to you, very unappealing to you. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like there's conflict. I feel like you get mad or you like try to convince people like to treat you better when you really should just be convincing yourself that you don't need these people in your life. I don't think, and I love you. I'm not trying to blame you for people's bad behavior towards you, but you can't keep chasing people who don't want to be chased. You should know. I'm talking to a mutual sign. I feel like you're overinvested. I have 7 of Pentacles reversed. You're overinvested. I have Strength reversed. You're doubting yourself when you should be doubting this person or the situation that you're invested in. 3 of Swords, 9 of Swords, 2 of Swords. On a positive note, 2 of Wands. So I feel like you bounce back. Even though you're disappointed, even though you're like annoyed or frustrated with the situation, it doesn't stop you. I feel like you're like, okay, what next? What can I do now? And I think that mindset's so important for you because I think for so long, like it's kind of like in the chick flick where the player catches feelings and then gets their heart broken even though they recovered from a broken heart in the past. It's just a dramatic metaphor. Don't take it literally. But I feel like that's like you this week. I feel like you're so used to playing the games and then like you catch emotions or you get really vulnerable with something and then you realize like my dogs are playing in the background, excuse them. And I feel like you don't get what you wanted, but I feel like you were trying to protect yourself by going after people that you knew were emotionally unavailable to you because you don't like emotional attachments. And when people are offering the stability and emotional availability that you're looking for, it gives you the ick. So it's safer for you to have less expectations because it's like you never get hurt, but you still get disappointed. This doesn't even have to be about a person. It could be like a situation, a community. It could be about like a career investment. But this week is about like, okay, you fell down, get back up. I know I sound kind of tough, I'm sorry, but I feel like it's just like sometimes best things in life come when we feel like we have lost everything, or when we feel like we have to start back from square one. Okay? But like, I think, okay, here's a really dramatic metaphor this spread is giving for me for your eclipse week is that when my Twitter account was banned for like 2 months and I literally cried about it online because that's doing great mentally, I had to make a new Twitter account. And I had like, what, 300k followers, and I don't think I was verified at the time. And my new account had like, what, 1,000 or something followers, and I had to make new content. I wrote 500 threads that were lost on the locked up one. I ended up getting it back. I had to make new threads. I had nothing. All of my content, all of my hard work, all of the years I poured into it, gone. At least in my head, it was gone. And as sucky as it felt, as scary as it felt, that was literally my income, it was really refreshing to be able to start again in a new way, or like a new direction, or a new sense of doing things that I don't know, it's like I had more energy, I had more passion, I had more excitement to start over, I had more motivation. And when my account got given back to me, I was excited, I was so thankful, but I did not have that motivation or ambition again. So like, as weird as this sounds, the things that are leaving your life, let them. You have a new opportunity to start a new tone for yourself, or start a new direction for yourself, and basically just recreate a situation for yourself that's going to be better for you. But it's kind of like right now you are a dog and the universe is dangling chocolate in your face and you're begging for it, and you're like, why can't I have that chocolate? And the universe, it's not good for you, it's really not good for you. But you don't see that. You just see that you can't have something, and that's all you're focusing on. Sometimes things happen because they're not meant for you. Pancake's really emotional about this spread, I'm sorry. But I play so hard with Barney, will ya? But yeah, sometimes things are happening because even if you don't see it and you don't feel it in the moment, it's better for you, and you're going to be so much more grateful later on. I just think this week is about letting things reveal themselves to you without you feeling like you have to work so hard for something. In terms of relationships, not so much like career, like you should work at your job. I don't want you to blame me for getting in trouble with your boss. I just think like, let things fall where they may, and let things show you how you're being prioritized in the lives of others without feeling like you have to convince people to prioritize you. That seems like the most important message for this spread. Overall, if you liked this, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I offer one-on-one readings for only $10 on Patreon. If you would like to book a live reading, that's also really cool. And I'll see you in my next video.